I think that the city governments have a role because communities by nature are local, and the city governments are local authorities who are supposed to be closer to communities. So I would say, like, okay, for instance, you can organize projects, programs that help communities learn from each other, programs that recognize the contributions of communities and the importance of the cultural representations. And I want to take one example, for instance. We had what we call open street days in Cape Town. I hope we will have them again after the lockdown. And I remember that I was part of the volunteers or organizers in 2015, first one here in Bellville. So what happened was that, for instance, the activities of the day, we said any person can choose any activity that they want to do the day. Some of them will sing, some of them will do sporting activities like running, soccer, you name you name it. It's a lot of activities, right? So what happened was that then some of the activities, kids were playing together. Young people were playing soccer together. Some of the community members ran together. I'm a runner. I run, right? So I remember I spoke to one of the senior ladies who attended the day. She's a local person. She was born here, but she was very senior, around 70. And what she did was that she sat in the middle of the road because for the day we closed, the roads were closed. So she sat in the street and said, okay, this is the first day I came here, like just sitting in the road like this. But also kids who have got the immigrants here in Bellville, Somalis and others, the kids, young girls who have the hijabs on and so on, playing with the others. I think it was quite a wonderful activity. And I think that symbolically, it is helpful because it helps communities learn from each other, right? But I want to emphasize that we need practical response to problems. We need to take that seriously. But the symbolic also activities, of course, will lead us to other activities because people must engage each other first before they can do something together. Such activities might change the perceptions, the narratives, right? So the immigrants are problems, they bring crime to our communities, they take jobs away, they speak certain language we don't understand, right? In the local communities, they don't want us, and so on and so forth, right? Both narratives are exaggerated, honestly. But who should debunk those perceptions? People who have the capacity to do that, whether through leadership capacity or whether it is cultural capacity of knowledge, like you're doing, of which I should thank you and the GTP. So, yeah, and I want to actually emphasize that for immigration in general, immigration matters, migration issues, narrative is very important. So perceptions are very important. With knowledge, it's not something that you are making a favor for anyone. It's a truth, right? Migration is real. It existed ever and it will ever exist. And it does not necessarily bad because it built whole countries, the most powerful countries in the world were built by immigrants, like the United States, right? So I just want to say that the perception, which is jump beyond it by the elites, must change. the negative perception that the failure of leadership, their leadership, is being attributed to the vulnerable parts of the society who are the immigrants.